welcome to my channel. My name is Elise, and today we are going to be talking about the 23 books that I want to read in 2023. Because I have to get through 23 books, I will not be talking about the synopsis of each one, and I have them broken down into 3 different categories. We're going to talk about books that I am in the middle of reading, books by these authors and, following a series. Then we're going to talk about books that I have just heard a lot of things about, or books that are really hyped. And then we're going to talk about books that just sound interesting to me. So in this first category, these are books that I am in the middle of trying to finish series or read an author's backlist and stuff like that. So the first ones we have are Us Against You and The Winners by Frederick Bachman. I am currently reading Bear Town. And then these are the last 2 books that I have to read by Frederick Bachman, and then I've completed his entire backlist. So I'm really excited for that, to read those books. And then I have Gleanings by Neil Schusterman. I really enjoyed the Scythe series, and this is a new release of short stories in the Scythedom. I'm excited. And then I have Winter Garden and Night Road by Kristen Hanna. This year, I definitely solidified Kristen Hanna as one of my all-time favorite authors, and I really want to get into her backlist. I know she has a very long, very extensive backlist, but these are the 2 that I have right now. Hoping to maybe get to a few more this year, but we'll see. The next one that I have is A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas. Now, I am right now in the middle of A Court of Wings and Ruin, and that I need to read A Court of Frost and Starlight. Is that what it's called? I don't know. And then I want to read this, and then after I read this, I definitely want to get into her other series, Throne of Glass series. So, for now, this is the one that's on my list, but I do want to continue with some more Sarah J. Maas throughout the year. And then lastly in this category is An American Roommate Experiment by Elena Armas. Now, I really did enjoy the Spanish Love Deception, so I'm really excited to get into this. I'm hoping I really enjoy it. Maybe we'll read anything that this author puts out in the future. So these are the books that I have either heard a lot of really good things about or are really hyped. So we have Sign Here by Claudia Lux. I've heard a lot of good things about this so far. Amari and the Night Brothers by V. Alston. This one is very, very hyped. It is a middle grade. I'm not a middle grade person, but I really do think I will enjoy this. This one. It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. I do want to get to this. This is extremely hyped, like all Colleen Hoover. And quite honestly, if I don't like this, I may be done with Colleen Hoover, but we'll see. I really do want to get to this one. And then we have Memphis by Tara M. Stringfellow. I've heard a lot of good things about this one as well. I think this one is like a multi-generational story, which is something that I love. So I'm excited to get to this one as well. And then we have How the One-Armed Sister Sweeps Her House by Cherry Jones. I've heard a lot of good things about this one, and it also was a Good Morning America book club pick. So I've heard a lot of good things, and I'm excited. And then The Dead Romantics, which was also a Good Morning America book club pick. I've heard a lot of really good things about this one. This is by Ashley Poston. I really don't know much about this one, but I've just been seeing it everywhere. And then we have Call Baby by Morgan Jerkins. I've heard some good things about this one as well. Not too much. It's not like super hyped, but the people who have read it seem to really enjoy it. And then we have The Maid. This one is by Nita Prose. This book is extremely hyped right now, and I think is also being turned into a movie and was also a Good Morning America book club pick. And then we have The Deal by Elle Kennedy. This is extremely hyped. And quite honestly, I love sports romances. I think this is like a hockey romance. I think I'm going to love this. I don't know much about hockey, but I don't care because I don't know much about any sports. But um I think I'm going to love this one. And then we have Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree. This has been described as a cozy fantasy, which literally sounds amazing. Of this like fantasy, and they're just like working in a coffee shop. It sounds so cute and so good. I'm excited. I don't know like what kind of creatures these are, but I don't care. I'm excited. We have a thick one here, which is Wolf Song by TJ Klune. I think this is a werewolf romance. I don't know, but I'm excited. I've heard a lot of really good things about this one, and for people who like TJ Klune, I feel like this one's always like one of their favorites. So I'm excited to read this one, and it is part of a series. So if I like it, I will continue with the series. Okay, and that is all of my hyped books or that books that I've heard a lot about. And so next we're going to talk about books that I want to read next year, but that I haven't really heard much about and that they just sound interesting to me. Okay, so the first one, I have two here by the same author, which is Between Shades of Grey and Salt to the Sea by Ruta Sepetys. Now, with me getting into Kristen Hanna this year and the historical fiction, I really want to get into Ruta Sepetys because I know that she also writes historical fiction as well. And I think hers are usually more YA. But I don't know. I'm excited to read those ones. Now these two, I have two that are Book of the Month picks, but I honestly haven't heard much about them, which is Woman of Light by Callie Fajardo Anstein. I think this one is also like a multi-generational story, which is my jam. So I am super excited for that one. And then I have Someday Maybe by Oni Nwabineli. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. The synopsis for this one sounds literally amazing, and it sounds like it's going to be heartbreaking, but it's also being described as really witty, which I love, like when you can balance that out. So I'm excited for this one. This is the author's debut novel, so I hope I love it so I can continue reading anything else that she puts out. And then I have Take My Hand by Dolan Perkins Valdez. Now this one I really do want to read, but also I run a book club at my job, and this has been recommended as possibly a book club pick. So if I don't read it on my own, I will probably at least read it for the book club. And then I have This Is My America by Kim Johnson. This one, the cover is beautiful. The synopsis just sounds amazing, although the synopsis is not in here. What are these called? What are these called where they're like hard covers, but they don't have a dust jacket? Because there's no synopsis in here, and I hate it. And the back doesn't really have a synopsis either. It just has like a couple little things. I don't know. What is this called? But yeah, the synopsis from what I read on Goodreads sounds really good, and this actually has really amazing ratings on Goodreads as well. And then lastly, I want to read Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. The synopsis for this one just sounds absolutely amazing. It sounds like it's possibly a second chance romance, which sounds really good. And the cover is stunning. So, uh, yeah, very, very excited. So, those are the 23 books that I am really wanting to make sure that I read in 2023. And also, I will have a prompt on my TBR game, which is, you know, like my 23 for 2023. So if I ever get that prompt, I will come back to this video and I will choose one of these books that I've talked about here. I am so excited to read these. If you guys like this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think I should read first. I am super excited for all of these and I don't know where to start. If you want to see more videos from me, go ahead and make sure that you hit that subscribe button so you can see whenever I post videos. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.